says Mr. Trump should stay away.
People in El Paso, by and large, do not want to see him here, understand that he is part of the problem, part of how we got to this point.
El Paso's Mayor Dee Margo, a Republican who has strongly disagreed with Mr. Trump's border policy, says the two will meet.
He is President of the United States. So in that capacity, I will fulfill my obligation.
Steve Futterman, CBS News, El Paso.
There is frustration among members of Congress who've been harshly criticized for not doing enough to stop gun violence. Among the frustrated, Maine Republican Senator Susan Collins.
This should not be a partisan issue. It shouldn't be a House versus the Senate versus the administration issue. We're talking about an epidemic of gun violence.
The trade war between China and the U.S. has investors worried about the global economy, and it is showing in the markets overseas. CBS's Vicki Barker joins us live.
Yesterday's big sell-off on Wall Street, followed by sharp falls in Asia, all triggered by China's response to President Trump's new tariffs. It let its currency fall yesterday, making Chinese goods cheaper for foreign buyers, but also sparking fears the trade war was becoming a currency war.
This is an I slap you, you slap me moment that says we're farther from a trade deal than we've been in this process.
Market analyst Michael Farr, in the past hour or so, China's pushed its currency back up above a crucial benchmark, suggesting yesterday's move was a warning shot. The ball may be in Washington's court. Bill?
Barney's New York, an icon of luxury Manhattan retail, has filed for bankruptcy.
The retailer said it will focus on running only 5 of its namesake stores. Barney's plans to close its stores in Chicago, Las Vegas, and Seattle.
Mark Liverman at the New York Stock Exchange says Barney's will also close several concept stores and warehouses. More charges for disgraced singer R. Kelly, this time in Minnesota. Prosecutors in Minneapolis announced the charges Monday. They say he invited a then 17-year-old girl to his hotel room, paid her to dance naked with him. This happened back in 2001. Kelly's attorney is Steve Greenberg.
I don't think there's any chance that you're ever going to see R. Kelly face these charges. I think it's just a publicity play by a prosecutor.
Kelly is already facing charges in New York. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Tuesdays are the worst. They're all that stands between you and the downhill part of the week. But now they're a lot less worse, because Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs are buy one, get one free traditional wings. So Monday, you may kick off the week. Wednesday, you may have a cool nickname. Thursday, you might be the almost weekend. But watch your back, because Tuesdays just officially became Wing Tuesdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one traditional wings order and get one of equal value free. Participation and promotional details vary by location. Check in with your favorite Buffalo Wild Wings to learn more about this offer.
Do you want the job done or the job done right? If you're hiring for your business, you want it done right. You want Glassdoor. Simply post your job on Glassdoor and just like that, it's available to over 67 million job seekers. Glassdoor only matches you with the best applicants, so you can find the right fit faster, in half the resumes. Plus, they're 30% more likely to stay with your company longer. Hire better, hire faster. Start your free trial today at glassdoor.com/hire.
Cameras on doorbells, cameras on elevators. Now, how about cameras in flight? Here's CBS's Matt Piper.
It seems like there's cameras everywhere these days. And now, Hong Kong airline Cathay Pacific says it, too, is monitoring passengers with cameras in the cabins. The airline has updated its privacy policy to say it will collect and process information such as use of our in-flight entertainment system and in-flight connectivity and images captured via CCTV in our airport lounges and aircraft. It says the reason is for security purposes. Last year, multiple airlines said there would be cameras in their seatback entertainment systems, but that they do not plan to activate those cameras. Matt Piper, CBS News.
An ex-executive at the dating site Tinder suing the company, claiming she was sexually assaulted by the company's former CEO, was then fired for trying to report it. The company previously has denied Rosette Pambakian's claims, calling them meritless. Bill Rakoff, CBS News.
The co-chairman of J.P. Morgan warned that a deep correction, like 40%, could hit the stock market at any time. Don't lose 40%. Diversify. Now you can add gold or silver to your IRA or 401k rollover accounts. The stock market has been shaky with the trade negotiations. Don't risk your investments. Listen to the warnings and diversify before you lose 40%. Protect your portfolio with solid and tangible investments, gold and silver. Call 800-722-2020 and get the free investment guide now. Call 800-722-2020 to get Noble Gold Investments free investment guide now, or go to noblegoldinvestment.com. Individual results may vary. Invest wisely. Don't wait for a 40% correction. Get the free investment guide now. Call 800-722-2020. That's 800-722-2020. Call and get the free investment guide now. Don't wait. Call now. 800-722-2020.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
TJ Sampson will host a nurse recruitment day at 1301 North Race Street on Wednesday, August 14th from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. We have open positions for registered nurses and certified nurse assistants in med-surg, cardiac, telemetry, ER, and surgery. We offer competitive salary and benefits with a $10,000 sign-on bonus for qualifying positions. Bring an updated resume and please visit tjsampson.org to complete an application before August 7th.
In retirement, where will your money come from? For many people, retirement income may come from a variety of sources. Here's a few avenues that may provide you money in retirement. Social Security is the government-administered retirement income program. Workers become eligible after paying Social Security taxes for 10 years. Personal savings and investments can provide income during retirement. Retirees tend to look for investments that offer monthly income. Individual retirement accounts have been around since 1974. Contributions you make to a traditional IRA may be fully or partially tax deductible, depending on your individual circumstances. Distributions from an individual retirement account are taxed as ordinary income. What workers anticipate in terms of retirement income sources may differ considerably from what retirees actually experience. How do these sources of income impact your personal retirement? Please call the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger to discuss your retirement income plan. Call us today at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard, WL Alliance LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Depend on WCLU local news. Online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning from WCLU. Waking up at 7 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. Yes, it's 6:07 and 66 degrees. A lot of sixes flying around out here today. Let's get started with the morning show and let you know who all is celebrating birthdays so far today. Early this morning, we know that, let's see, Marie Morgan is 92. My goodness. Happy 92nd birthday to Miss Marie Morgan. Jordan Thomas is having a birthday today. Sherry Cole Shive. Sherry is 65. Medina Green, happy birthday to you. Our very own Sam Terry the Fourth with a birthday today. Harper Grace Bell is 7. Murphy de Munbrin. Mickey Froggett. Miss Marita Lyle with a birthday. Tony Atwood. Tommy Prophet is 73. Now, Tommy, that's some of your classmates out at Austin Tracy School from the class of 64. Wishing you a happy 73rd birthday. I like how they do that. Annette Ramsey is celebrating. David Zachary. Shirley Ellis. Shirley is 78. Kate Gardner and Debbie Reese with a birthday today. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, we are here for you at WCLUradio.com. We'll be taking those calls all morning long. Let's talk about the weather today. Ray Stajic says we're transitioning, it looks like, with maybe a little bit of a break in the humidity coming up.
Cold front on the march. That front well to the west of us this morning, but heading south-southeast. An isolated shower thunderstorm possible this afternoon. 88 scattered thunderstorms are possible tonight, especially around midnight. 66 isolated showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with decreasing clouds. West-northwest breeze, so maybe a little less humidity. 86. Thursday looks good. A few clouds, low 90s. Friday, a few thunderstorms with the next front coming in with highs in the middle 80s. Chance of showers Saturday, dry Sunday, mid to upper 80s over the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
All right, this morning, the rain gauge, we got a little isolated shower, very isolated here in the city of Glasgow yesterday afternoon. We got about 3 100ths, 0.03. Came down real fast, real quick, but only added up to 0.03. The humidity this morning is at 98%. Pressure's at 29.96. Winds out of the southeast about 4 miles an hour. It's a great Tuesday morning, 66 degrees now at WCLU. Brennan Crane is poised in the newsroom to bring you round one of local news after this.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
At U.S. Bank, we're proud to be part of our community. All of our great community events inspire more than just the attendees. They inspire the entire community. U.S. Bank is committed to making the communities in which we work and live a better place. Our commitment means supporting the programs and organizations that enrich the quality of life for our neighbors. Because when our community succeeds, everyone wins. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank, member FDIC.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. A Glasgow woman was arrested Monday after a traffic stop on Reynolds Road. Police say they searched the vehicle and made contact with the passenger, Tiffany Houchins. Police say officers located methamphetamine inside her purse. Houchins was arrested and charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, first offense methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Houchins was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And Glasgow police say officers responded to Walmart in reference to a shoplifting complaint last Friday. After further investigation, police found Christy Howard of Glasgow and located hydrocodone in her possession. Police say she also had stolen items. Christy Howard was arrested and charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, first offense, drug unspecified, not having a prescription controlled substance in its proper container, first offense, and theft by unlawful taking or disposition, shoplifting under $500. According to police, all stolen items were recovered and returned to Walmart. 2 people have died after a vehicle collision Sunday. The accident occurred near Burkesville. Kentucky State Police say 41-year-old Susan Harper and 42-year-old Joseph Curry were in a vehicle together traveling east on Kentucky 90. Harper's vehicle hit rumble strips on the right shoulder of the roadway, which caused her to overcorrect and cross into the path of a pickup truck. Police say 30-year-old Robert Hostetler of Burkesville was driving the pickup truck. The Cumberland County coroner pronounced Curry dead at the scene. Harper died sometime later after she was transported to the University of Kentucky Hospital. Police say Hostetler was not injured in the collision. All parties were wearing seat belts. Police say a multi-vehicle crash is being investigated after authorities were called to the scene of a crash Friday night in Burkesville. Kentucky State Police say 49-year-old Del Quentin Warner of Liberty was operating a 2016 Peterbilt truck and trailer traveling west on Kentucky 90 when he entered a work zone. Police say a road crew was working on a bridge. Warner supposedly hit the barrier wall, causing his steering tire to blow out. Warner's vehicle continued down the barrier wall before it sideswiped a crane. Police say 28-year-old Zachary Wofford of Shelbyville was operating the crane. After hitting the wall and crane, Warner's vehicle then hit a Chevrolet pickup truck and guardrail. Police say Warner then hit the front of a GMC Yukon, which caused a chain reaction of vehicles crashing. An unoccupied vehicle was also hit. A construction worker, Kevin Zykes, was injured in the crash after he leapt over a guardrail to avoid the collision. Warner and Zykes were both transported to the Cumberland County Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And Kentucky State Police say they are investigating a vehicle collision that occurred Sunday near Springfield. Police say 21-year-old Alyssa Baker was driving a 2008 Nissan passenger car when she entered a curve and ran off the right shoulder of the roadway. Baker also hit a ditch and overturned several times. According to police, Baker was wearing a seatbelt. She was transported to the Springview Hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Springfield is about 73 miles northeast of Glasgow. Stay tuned right here for your home for local WCLU News, 615, 66 degrees.
This Saturday morning, August the 10th, a Cave City landmark will be sold at auction. The Monroe Brothers Sweet Feed Mill Incorporated at 204 South 1st Street. This is a complete liquidation. The real estate is divided into 2 tracks. Number 1 features the 5,700 square foot commercial building, which was the old feed mill building. Track number 2 is a large lot, over 1.5 acres, with a large storage building. Equipment to be sold includes a 1977 Ford bulk truck, a 1968 Chevy bulk truck, front-load 801 Ford tractor, wagons, tools, parts, and hardware. Of course, lots of corn bins, scales, and associated equipment. Learn more online at elmoreauction.com and then attend this wonderful sale Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Monroe Brothers Sweet Feed Mill. Land, building, and equipment. Sold by Elmore Realty and Auction, 1532 Oil City Road. Dakota Ray Elmore, Principal Broker and Auctioneer.
You can now stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB more than ever before. You can now stay informed by following the Glasgow Electric Plant Board online on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Glasgow EPB, and on our website, glasgowepb.net. From staying updated during an outage to seeing updates about Glasgow EPB products and services, and even learning about ways to save energy and money on your bill, the Glasgow EPB has you covered online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net. The Glasgow EPB, connecting Glasgow to the future.
In more news this hour, a Kentucky inmate accused of helping a jailer plot and cover up an assault on a fellow inmate has been indicted on charges including conspiracy. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports 29-year-old Corey Lynn Hopper was indicted last week on charges in the 2015 attack on Joshua Reese. Court documents say Reese was being booked into jail when he was recognized by then-jailer William A. Carey, who believed Reese had previously dated and abused Carey's wife. They say Carey then recruited Hopper to help attack Reese. Records say Hopper got another inmate to help beat Reese, who was then forced to help take part in covering up the assault. Carey pleaded guilty in April to violating the constitutional right of a victim to be free from unreasonable force. In his debut ad of Kentucky's general election campaign for governor, Democrat Andy Beshear stresses his faith and vows to treat people with dignity and respect. Beshear's campaign says the TV ad will air starting Tuesday. Beshear's ad notes that his grandfather and great-grandfather were Baptist preachers. His opponent, Republican Governor Matt Bevin, recently mentioned the Beshear family's pastoral roots while slamming Beshear for his, quote, sanctimonious ways. Bevin's comments came as he slammed Beshear on the abortion issue. Beshear, the state's attorney general, says in the ad that his faith guides his work for the lost and the lonely and the left behind, a line he uses in campaign speeches. Beshear's promise to treat everyone with dignity and respect is a jab at Bevin, who is feuded with some education groups. A credit rating agency says Kentucky's pension law passed in a recent special legislative session is a negative for the state's credit rating. The Moody's report rates the law as credit negative because it pushes pension costs into the future. It says the law raises the likelihood the state will have responsibility for a greater share of unfunded pension liabilities. Governor Matt Bevin said Monday he's not surprised by the rating. He says the state has considerable work ahead to shore up public pension systems. The law is aimed at regional universities and quasi-government agencies facing massive increases in pension costs. It allows the agencies to decide next year whether to stay in the state retirement system and face much higher pension contribution rates or agree to leave. And more than 140 soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division are returning to Kentucky this week after 9 months in Kuwait. Fort Campbell says the soldiers from the 594th Transportation Company, 129th Combat Sustainment Support Battalion, 101st Sustainment Brigade transported supplies and equipment throughout Kuwait in support of U.S. forces. The soldiers are expected Wednesday afternoon, and a welcome home ceremony has been arranged. The Army post is located on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. To stay up to date on the latest and breaking news, you can find WCLU on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find WCLU at WCLUradio.com. And remember, there's always a brighter tomorrow.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is calling on 3 GOP committee chairmen to brainstorm bipartisan solutions to the increase in mass shootings. McConnell tasked Lindsey Graham, Lamar Alexander, and Roger Wicker with trying to find some answers to the subjects President Trump raised in his speech. House Democrats sent a bill that required universal background checks to the Senate months ago. McConnell has taken no action on that bill. Protesters gathered outside McConnell's home in Louisville last night. About 24 people protested McConnell's response to gun violence. In Lincoln County, federal investigators are still trying to determine why a gas pipeline ruptured and exploded last week, killing one person. Lincoln County Emergency Management Director Don Gilliam.
Right now, all 3 pipelines are shut down. They're not pumping anything. So before they can be energized and gas sent back through them, those repairs are going to have to be made.
5 homes were destroyed in the explosion and fire. Summer break is reaching an end, but Kentucky schools are facing a teachers shortage. Education Commissioner Wayne Lewis says thousands of teaching positions are open throughout the state. The state is launching a campaign in the coming weeks to promote the education field to younger audiences. A credit rating agency says Kentucky's pension law passed in a recent special session is a negative for the state's credit rating. The Moody's report rates the law as credit negative because it pushes pension costs into the future. More than 140 soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division are returning to Kentucky this week after 9 months in Kuwait. Fort Campbell says the soldiers are expected Wednesday afternoon. A welcome home ceremony is planned. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Don't fall for a threatening call that appears to be law enforcement. It's a scam. Better Business Bureau's president and CEO Rihanna Smith Hamblin has more.
Scam artists are calling local consumers using scare tactics to convince them that they have been linked to drug trafficking. The scammers threaten to freeze personal assets if personal information is not provided. Never give someone you don't know your personal information. Just hang up the phone. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
I remember as a young girl going to Community Trust Bank with my mom. She would pack us all up and then we'd all go inside. Now I have 2 little girls of my own and I look back and I don't know how she did it. I still bank at Community Trust. They have 79 branch locations, over 100 ATM locations, online banking and mobile banking. They've made it so much easier for me and my family. And that's what I love about Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News. It is 6:23, and we have 66 degrees from the studios of WCLU this morning. In area funeral announcements this hour, Christopher Wayne Turner, age 46, of Tompkinsville, died Sunday at Cal Turner in Scottsville. Chris was the son of Sarah Vinson Turner of Tompkinsville and Kenneth Wayne Turner of Glasgow. He is also survived by his wife, Amy Ryan Turner, 3 sons, Dylan Thomas Turner of Tompkinsville, Dustin Tyler Turner of Summershade, and Ethan Scott Turner of Glasgow. A daughter, Eternity Deanne Bray, 1 sister, Elizabeth Ann Turner of Glasgow, and a brother, Jonathan Turner of E-Town. Visitation for Christopher Wayne Turner will be from 2 until 7 this afternoon at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home in Tompkinsville, with cremation to follow. Kathy Darlene Shockley Eubank, age 69, of Scottsville, died Sunday at her residence. She was born in 1950 in Allen County in the community of Maysville to the late William Thomas Shockley and Lucille Neal Shockley. She was a retired seamstress. She was of the Baptist faith, a loving mother and grandmother. She is survived by 2 sons, James Stephen Bowles and wife Vicky of Horse Cave, and Thomas E. Bowles and wife Sherry of Etoile. Joseph Shockley of Scottsville, 2 sisters, Bonnie Collins of Summershade and Janice Jennings of Glasgow. 5 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren also survive. The funeral service for Kathy Darlene Shockley will be Thursday at 11 o'clock at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home in Scottsville. Burial to follow in the Maysville Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery in Scottsville. Visitation begins at 1 o'clock on Wednesday at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home. Virginia Miller Brown, age 66, of Bowling Green, died Monday at Commonwealth Regional Specialty Hospital. She was a housewife and a member of the Glendale Baptist Church. Her survivors include her husband, David Brown, a son, David Brown Jr., two sisters, Diana Johnson and Kathy Deaver. Funeral services for Virginia Miller Brown will be at 11 o'clock Thursday at the Hardy & Son Bowling Green Chapel. Burial in the Mizpah Cemetery. Visitation begins at 3 Wednesday. A funeral mass for Elizabeth B.J. Davis, 72, of Bowling Green, will be at noon Wednesday at the Holy Spirit Catholic Church. Burial will follow in the Bowling Springs Cemetery. Visitation will be from 2 until 8 today at Hardy & Sons Bowling Green Chapel, and from 10 until noon Wednesday at the church. Funeral services for Betty Elaine Hagan Holly, age 58, of Knob Lick, will be Wednesday at 11 o'clock at the McMurtry Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Houck Cemetery. Visitation will be today from 4 until 8 and Wednesday from 7 o'clock until time for service at 11. Memorials can be made to the funeral fund at the funeral home. The funeral location for Ricky Monroe Brooks, age 40, of Center, has been changed. The funeral will be today at 2 o'clock, but it will be in the Edmonton Worship Center. The Butler Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements for Ricky Monroe Brooks. Again, the funeral has been moved to the Edmonton Worship Center. Burial will be in the Asbury Center Cemetery. Memorial contributions can be made to the VA Bone Marrow Transplant section in Nashville. Funeral services for Gina Annette Humphrey, age 41, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at the McMurtry Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Pleasant Hills Cemetery in Metcalfe County. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Southern States has been partnering with farmers since 1923, which is why so many farmers depend on Southern States season after season for fertilizers and chemicals, baler twine and hay supplies, fly minerals for beef cattle, and so much more. You need it? They have it at Southern States. And yes, they love helping gardeners with seed and supplies. Lots of folks get their propane tanks refilled for the summer season at Southern States. But did you realize they are your home for the world-famous Holland grills? Check them out today. You'll always feel taken care of when you depend on Southern States Glasgow Co-op on Sampson Street.
Cold front on the march. That front well to the west of us this morning, but heading south-southeast. An isolated shower thunderstorm possible this afternoon. 88 scattered thunderstorms are possible tonight, especially around midnight, 66. Isolated showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with decreasing clouds. West-northwest breeze, so maybe a little less humidity, 86. Thursday looks good, a few clouds, low 90s. Friday, a few thunderstorms with the next front coming in with highs in the middle 80s. Chance of showers Saturday, dry Sunday, mid to upper 80s over the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Nice and quiet on the WCLU constant coverage in-studio radar screen at this hour. The barometer is at 29.96, humidity at 98%, winds out of the southeast at 4 miles an hour. We did get a little bit of a shower in the city of Glasgow yesterday afternoon, only mounted up to about 3/100ths. 0.03, and we're at 66 now at WCLU. This weather brought to you by your friends at Southern States, ready for the season change. And they've got the Mineral Month going on out there. We're going to be telling you more about that at Southern States in Glasgow. 6:29, Coming right back, we're going to review the morning birthdays. And, of course, we have our archives this morning coming up. Angie Moore Houchins, formerly of Houchins Southgate Floral, is now practicing her craft as she joins Joy Wilson at the Corner Shop. The Corner Shop is located inside Wilson's Cabinets in Glasgow. You can trust Angie and Joy to help you if you need flowers, both fresh and artificial, for any occasion. A casket arrangement, a fitting bereavement gift that expresses just the right sentiment. Count on the Corner Shop. They feature free delivery, and they're located at 812 Columbia Avenue in Glasgow. Inside of Wilson's Cabinets, you'll find an amazing selection of home decor, candles, soaps, even jewelry. There is so much to see. Why not stop in today? Joy and Angie's experience is at your service at the Corner Shop. They even deliver to most area funeral homes. Call them at 270-590-5815. That's 270-590-5815. The Corner Shop at Wilson's Cabinets, ready to serve you.
Join us each weekday at noon for Across Kentucky, as well as your local livestock market report sponsored by Glasgow Livestock Market. It's Ag Hour each weekday on WCLU.
Join the Bowling Green Hot Rods every Friday for Fireworks Friday, sponsored by Norton Children's Hospital. Following every Friday night game, the Hot Rods will light up the sky with the fireworks display. Visit bghotrods.com for more information. Hot Rods Baseball. Fantastic.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Yes, Ralphie's makes it fun. You better believe that, and they're looking forward to helping you celebrate at Ralphie's Fun Center. Of course, they do a whole lot of celebrating out there, and regardless of the event, they can take care of it. Okay, let me get over here right now and talk about our honorees, birthday-wise. So far, this is the list here in the infancy of the day, but we're going to tell you about Miss Debbie Reese. She is 59 today. Kate Gardner with a birthday. So is Shirley Ellis. She is celebrating her 78th birthday. David Zachary, Annette Ramsey. Terry Prophet is 73. Terry, that's some of the class members down there in the class of 1964 at Austin Tracy School. The Eagles, wishing you a happy 73rd birthday. Tony Atwood celebrates. So does Ms. Marita Lyle. Mickey Froggett. Murphy DeMundren. Harper Grace Bell is 7. Mr. Sam Terry IV is having a birthday. He's going to join us for the archives here in just a few minutes. Marie Morgan is 92 today. Miss Jordan Thomas celebrates. So does Sherry Cole Shive. And Medina Green. Medina is having a big birthday today, too. Now let's get over here and let you know about our Good as Gold honoree. And we got a good fella for today. It is James Morris Day on the radio. We're telling you this because Mr. James Morris is going to be 60 tomorrow. We'll sound the gong and all that tomorrow, but we just needed to get him on the list so that you can know to wish James Morris a happy 60th birthday tomorrow. And if you see him around, you pat him on the back and let him know he's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas. We're up to date. 651-9149, 800-956-1023, online, WCLUradio.com. Somebody wins a delicious Dairy Queen birthday cake today just for being on the list. But you got to call in and get it on the list. The same way it works for the wonderful rose that Greer's Florist gives away on this program every day, too. So make sure you get those names in here.
Hey, my sister just called, and her daughter is moving out.
Ooh, her first apartment? That's great news.
Good news for her, but bad news for my back. Can you imagine all those heavy boxes? They're going shopping to get everything she needs to be independent. A TV, something to play music.
I'll just go to Bluegrass Cellular. She can save $650 when purchasing iPhone XR and any iPad. She'll have everything she needs in the palm of her hands. Total independence.
Yeah, she could enjoy music with Apple Music, stream movies, write with Apple Pencil, FaceTime her friends, and even more with access to the App Store.
It's the best of the best to leave the nest, and fewer boxes for her favorite uncle to lift.
My back will be forever grateful, and so will she.
Restrictions apply. Visit Bluegrass Cellular online or in store. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
Summer is drawing to a close and school is starting back soon, meaning it's time for Goodman Automotive's Back to School sales event. So mark your calendar, because on Friday, August the 9th and Saturday, August the 10th, we will be having our Back to School open house and sales event. Not only will you get great deals, but with every test drive, you can register to win a basket of free school supplies to be donated to the school of your choice. And that's not all, because with every purchase, we will donate $100 to the school of your choice. It's Goodman's way of helping you while giving back to our community. So come on out for a test drive, get a great deal, and help us give back to the schools in our community. At Goodman Automotive, home of the Powertrain for Life, corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow. Or check us out at GoodmanAutomotive.com. Things were never better at Goodman.
When you drive that money-saving road to Glasgow, great deals, no games, come home to Goodman.
All right, 6:36 this morning. Brendan Crane is bright, and he's actually in the control room this morning, just checking in. You all right, son?
I'm doing good.
All right, and I do want to remind you about some things that are coming up here that we don't want you to forget about. Now, we have the registration for the fall soccer program ongoing for girls and boys, 5 to 12, begins in early September, runs to the end of October, $45 per child, discounts for multiple children in the same household. For more information, call the Glasgow Recreation Department at 651-3811. And don't forget, too, that the Cave City Proud folks are seeking photos and brief information on Cave City veterans of any era for the Veterans Tribute Wall. There will be a minimum of $5 donation required to defer the expense of the frames and the photo reproductions. Photos won't be returned. You can send your photo to Cave City Proud, Box 45, Cave City, Kentucky, 42127. Call Pat Hatcher at 773-4319 or Mr. Seaborn Elsie at 590-3022 for more information. All right. We've got a happy granddaddy to be added on the birthday list here. David Frazier called up, wanted to wish his twin granddaughters a happy birthday. That's Haven and Christian Lair. They are 4 today. Happy 4th birthday to Haven and Christian Lair from their granddaddy, David Frazier. He's a hard one to keep up with, you know, but I'm sure that these gals challenge him for sure. So congratulations. We got that, we got that, we got this. It's time for the archives. Let's go ahead and learn about some of the things that got us here. The archives today on WCLU brought to you as a service of Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. And, you know, they help build foundations of all types of things around here. If you got something that needs a little tweaking from the standpoint of industrial, they are the folks who know it, and they do it every day so well at Joseph A. Wade.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
All right, 66 degrees, 639 WCLU. Time to move to the archives. One of the big things in the archives today is that the archives show the birth date of W. Samuel Terry IV, which happens to be you. Happy birthday, Sam.
Thank you much, Henry.
You've made the history books, if no other way, which we know lots of ways, certainly on the birthday today, sir. And I think you're going to have lots of folks who would like to wish you a happy birthday, too. Maybe some of our listeners can get in on that, too, Sam. But we're going to go back here 100 years and learn about the things that got us this far. And I hate to start it off with a sad note, but we can't fabricate history. It was exactly 100 years ago this day, this story in the Glasgow Republican, Sam. The death angel visited the home of Mr. and Mrs. Adam Loden and claimed for its victim their little infant daughter. She was desperately ill for several days. A precious one from us is gone. That's a sad story. It's a very nicely written story, but nonetheless, you can't you soothe the pain of that when the death angel visits anyone's home. Such a young infant daughter there, Sam.
I would agree, and this story also made me realize the importance of our record keeping. Sometimes we take things like birth certificates and that sort of thing for granted, and we forget that we didn't always have those things.
Right.
But as we got into the 20th century, we did, and because of those records, I was able to find out that this little baby's name was Zella Loden.
Zella.
And, she was 18 days old when she died, and she is buried out at Neal's Chapel Cemetery. Her mother's maiden name was Mary Pettigo.
Okay.
So if it weren't for those records, it could be that little Zella would be completely forgotten and nameless.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that the records were kept, and I'm glad you knew how to go and dig that out. So we'll remember the death angel visiting and taking Miss Zella from us in 1919, Sam. Good research there, sir. Let's move to 1929. We have our fascination with aeroplanes noted here again today, Sam. The Republican reports in their paper that it seems to be understood, and is the fact, that the establishment of a landing field for airplanes is in contemplation here, and the promoters are laying their plans. Misters R.H. Norris and Stanley Warder visited St. Louis last week, where a large factory of airplanes has been established with a view of getting ideas, and they got them in plenty. So these folks, Mr. Norris, Mr. Warder, saying, we really could do ourselves a favor by learning more about this newfangled aeroplane thing. They went to St. Louis to see exactly what they could learn about it. I bet they had lots to tell when they got back, don't you?
I'm certain Mr. Norris and Mr. Warder were two of the movers and shakers of the Glasgow business community in their day, and of course Mr. Norris's sons, commonly referred to as the Norris brothers, and there were several of them, were involved in lots of things, and they remained involved in the Glasgow airport until just a few years ago. So they had many decades of work to create and maintain our airport.
They made the commitment, and that has paid off big time around here for sure. 1939, the headline is that Howard Grissom badly injured. The story is Howard Grissom, 15 years old, the son of Ed Grissom of Cedar Flat, was badly injured Tuesday afternoon when he was thrown from a mule and dragged a long distance by his foot, which caught in the harness. It seems the animal had become frightened by a passing truck. The boy's leg, which was broken several months ago, had scarcely healed and was broken again, and he suffered severe cuts and bruises. He was taken to a community hospital for treatment and is getting along very well. I'm glad they're able to say that. After the description of what happened, it would be hard to feel very well for a while, I would think there, Sam.
I would agree. Very painful ordeal.
And, these 1939, we still weren't used to big trucks coming down through here because they would scare mules, and this one was really scary for young Howard Grissom here in 1939. 1949 in the Glasgow Republican, this story, Joe Leach, who is a local surveyor, is currently working on a 650-car drive-in theater at Franklin. Owned by Herbert Jones, the new theater is expected to be opened by mid-September. I think, is it down at Franklin? Isn't that theater still operating down there, Sam?
I believe it is. And another thing to note, now just a few weeks ago, we had a notice in the archives that Jigger Astley was about to open the Star Drive-In Theater in 1949, and that's because the man who created this concept originally patented it. And eventually his patent was overturned.
Oh, really?
Which opened the way for drive-in theaters to be built all over the United States. Also of interest is the fact that the Astley family that was so famous in our community for the theaters actually had a theater in Franklin before they came over to Glasgow to live.
Did not know that. So we can see there's some good places to put theaters, and folks have captured that excitement over the years. It was quite the place to hang out for sure. I can remember going to birthday parties out at the Star Drive-In. You know, they would rent out to Playland and all that sort of stuff and watch a movie, too. Pretty nice venue there from back at the Star Drive-In, and now the local surveyor here is plotting out that big 650-car drive-in in Franklin. All right, 1959. What do we have? We've got a brunch and bridge coming up on Tuesday. This day in 1959, Mrs. Nelson Pott entertained at her beautiful new home, to which she recently moved, on Route 7. The Bunch-Bridge was given honoring her mother and sister. Covers were laid for 32 guests, and prizes were won by Mrs. George Ellis Jr., high score, Mrs. Lewis Dickinson, second high score, and Mrs. William Folks Jr., consolation. The hostess present nice prizes for the honorees. Lovely arrangements of summer flowers graced the home throughout. Now, I can just sort of feel that that was quite an elegant event there, the brunch and bridge out at Ms. Pott's house, Sam.
I have no idea, and of course that's the house that the Pott family lived in out on Beaver Creek on Old Lexington Road. It still stands, one of our local historic homes, for many years known as the Dolph Depp Place, and later his son Walter Depp lived there. And also kind of interesting mention of Mrs. William Folks. We hear the name Folks related to the department store on the north side of the square, but sometimes we don't remember their history. Mr. Folks was born in Kiev, Russia, and immigrated to America and settled in Glasgow and became a businessman here. And Mrs. Folks was also of Russian extraction and actually a native of Tennessee, but some nice folks who had a big impact on Glasgow.
Yes, indeed. I did not realize that they had been immigrants there, and because that name was a big name in downtown as far as shopping goes for a long, long time. I had an aunt that worked there. We'd drop by and see her every so often. It was quite a nice store. Folks, let's see here. Let's move to 1969. And we have some big names announced as winners here in the fair. In 1969, the Blue Ribbon winners at the Barron County Fair included Louis Bauer, Loretta Martin, Melanie Bowman, and Jane Knuckles. Now, in 1969, we heard their names because they all competed well at the fair, but later on we have heard all of those names in the history and development of our community in several different positions, and certainly positions of honor, Sam. But see, it kind of starts at the fair.
It does, and they're all still blue ribbon sorts of folks.
Yes, that's right. No question about it. Once you have it, you just run with it. And I know all of them, and they're all quite nice folks for sure. Now, this is one that probably, this one probably had a little discussion at the table up at George J's sometime in 1989. It was an advertisement in the Glasgow Daily Times for Mrs. Mitchell, a psychic astrologist who tells the past, the present, and the future, located at 737 East Main Street. I didn't know about Miss Mitchell back in 1989. Did you?
I did not.
But anyway, she is a psychic astrologist. I don't know if those are two things or one, but she can tell the past, the present, and the future at 737 East Main Street. I bet you she could probably come up with some intriguing things to make you think about there, Mrs. Mitchell. 1999, an advertisement here for Ford Furniture for a 4-piece bedroom suit, colonial style, only $899 at Ford Furniture in Glasgow and Bowling Green. Of course, Ford Furniture, a fixture around here for a long time, but had their big ad here in 1999. Of course, they're going to be closing the Glasgow store, but they've got a lot of history in serving this community with furniture for a great number of years. And finally, in 2009, 10 years ago, it was, believe it or not, Sam, Comedy Night at the Plaza Theater featuring Tim Wilson. This was an event that was held to benefit cystic fibrosis. I think it's kind of neat. Everybody gets to come and enjoy something that's funny, enjoyable, worth coming to, and making a difference in such a cause as cystic fibrosis. It's in the history books. It's in the archives. It's how we know it. And Sam, I hope that you, tomorrow when we do this, I hope you report that you had an absolutely stellar birthday today, sir.
Thank you. We'll hope so.
Well, I'm sure you will. And I appreciate you joining us here for the archives. And you add so much to it, and all this research you were inspired to go out and do. I can't wait to learn something tomorrow, sir. And we'll talk to you then, okay?
Looking forward to it.
Sam Terry, our color commentator here on the archives today, on his birthday, and we certainly appreciate you joining us too here at WCLU. And the archives today brought to you by your friends at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, because a solid foundation helps history stand the test of time, and enjoy sharing it too.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is the deal you can count on every day. No catch, no strings attached, just 4 items for $4. Hence the name, 4 for $4. Choose one of 8 great options like the double stack, spicy chicken wrap, or junior bacon cheeseburger. And you get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. A full meal for just $4? Only at Wendy's, baby. That's added value multiplied by tons of goodness. Because the 4 for $4 is what you need when you need it. So turn that car around and hit your nearest Wendy's today.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and small drink. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
You know what? This may go against what you've been told, but when we think about ourselves, it's okay to think great thoughts. In Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17, the Bible says, "The Lord your God is in your midst, a mighty one who will save. He'll rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you by his love. He will exult over you with loud singing." What if every day you thought about yourself as the object of the eternal God's love? What if you started your day by thinking about the fact that God thinks of you? What if you started your day by considering the fact that God sings about you? We should be thinking great thoughts of ourselves because God loves us. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
At Ford's Furniture, England special orders don't cost more or take longer. Choose the Macintosh Sage Couch and customize it with your choice of fabric, designer pillows, even choose your seat firmness for only $5.99. That's right, just $5.99 for a custom order couch in your home in 30 days, or it's free. For a limited time, you can get special financing. 48 months, no interest, making the Macintosh Sage Couch less than $13 a month. On sale now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Now is the best time to become a member of the South Central Bank Green Tree Travel Club because plans are underway for the next big trips and we want you to be on board. Recently, we've taken Green Tree travelers to downtown Nashville, my old Kentucky home and dinner train in Bardstown, Bourbon County, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and most recently, Branson, Missouri. Why don't you plan to join today so you'll be notified of the next Green Tree Travel Club adventure? Call 270-651-7466 for information on how you can sign up. This bank is going places. South Central Bank, member FDIC.
Cold front on the march. That front well to the west of us this morning, but heading south-southeast. An isolated shower thunderstorm possible this afternoon. 88 scattered thunderstorms are possible tonight. Isolated showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with decreasing clouds. West-northwest breeze, so maybe a little less humidity, 86. Thursday looks good. A few clouds, low 90s. Friday, a few thunderstorms with the next front coming in with highs in the middle 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
66 degrees this morning. We had a little light pop-up shower in Glasgow. It's one of those where if you were in it, you would come home and describe to the person at your house that it came a flood. Yes, but really, it's only if you're in it seemed like a flood. It matted up to only 3 100ths in the rain gauge from yesterday. Southeast winds are at 4 miles an hour, 98% humidity. 66 WCLU. The weather brought to you by your friends at South Central Bank.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
This Saturday morning, August the 10th, a Cave City landmark will be sold at auction. The Monroe Brothers Sweet Feed Mill Incorporated at 204 South 1st Street. This is a complete liquidation. The real estate is divided into 2 tracks. Number 1 features the 5,700 square foot commercial building, which was the old feed mill building. Track number 2 is a large lot, over 1.5 acres, with a large storage building. Equipment to be sold includes a 1977 Ford bulk truck, a 1968 Chevy bulk truck, front-load 801 Ford tractor, wagons, tools, parts, and hardware. Of course, lots of corn bins, scales, and associated equipment. Learn more online at elmoreauction.com and then attend this wonderful sale Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Monroe Brothers Sweet Feed Mill. Land, building, and equipment. Sold by Elmore Realty and Auction, 1532 Oil City Road. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer. All right, 6:56 WCLU coming right back. We're going to play trivia this morning. You know, we got somebody's going to win a pizza today. A pizza from out at Little Caesars Pizza, which is always a great place to go and enjoy dinner, and they've got certainly a good selection out there at Little Caesars. What else is I going to tell you about this morning? The Liberty Association of Baptists offering our community health fair and free health screenings during, but not limited to, blood pressure checks, vision screenings, dental checks, diabetes education, and free physicals. It's all coming up this Saturday morning, August the 10th, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Horse Cave Baptist Church. Now, these services are all completely free, and everybody is seen on a first-come, first-served basis. Anyone under 18 must be accompanied by a parent or guardian, and lunch will be provided. They're going to blow it all out over there for the Liberty Association of Baptist Community Health Fair coming up Saturday, August the 10th, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. If you have questions about that, you can contact the Horse Cave Baptist Church at 270-786-2970. Every year, Glasgow Building Supply provides quality driveway sealer to Southern Kentucky homeowners at the best price. And the pallets of premier Blackjack brand sealer have arrived at Glasgow Building Supply. Get a jump on sealing now. Each bucket is coal tar free and covers up to 350 square feet. Easy to use for resealing driveways and parking lots. Blackjack driveway sealer. Talk to the pros today at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass. They've got what you need in stock now.
Graves Gilbert Clinic is pleased to announce that Dr. Andy Turner will be joining our internal medicine department. Dr. Turner is a Glasgow native and is currently serving the Glasgow area and is now a part of the Graves Gilbert Clinic family. Graves Gilbert Clinic is now accepting new patients at its Glasgow location, located at 1330 North Ray Street in Glasgow. Schedule your appointment today at 270-629-5111. Graves Gilbert Clinic. Care is where the heart is.
Attention, if your home or business experiences frequent drainage clogs and backups, Spots Plumbing now has a new jetter system that implements hot and cold water options to rid your drains of excess grease, roots, and any other substance that's causing you trouble. Ask about the Jetter Drain Cleaning System today, 678-1970.
There's way more than just the name. Spots Plumbing, while being the first you should call for your plumbing needs, is also the number you call if you need your driveway plowed or if you need salt spread to help melt the ice away. 270-678-1970. Let Bots be the first you call.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake. And burgers, too.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Got another birthday to tell you about here. We just learned that William Big Shot Tharp, that is William Big Shot Tharp, having a birthday today. Get your brain cranked up. Trivia is coming up.
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesar's new extra-most bestest hot and ready thin crust pepperoni pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy thin crust pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesar's thin crust pepperoni pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra most bestest thin crust pepperoni pizza versus large round one topping thin crust pepperoni pizza. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax.
Here's the question. Somebody wins a big pizza, either a sausage or a pepperoni pizza, just for answering this question. It's 2 answers that I need, okay? Here's the answers for the question. Not the answers. Here's the question that I need the answers for. Name the actor and the movie that this sound clip is from, okay? There's an actor that's speaking in a sound clip. I need to know the name of the movie and the name of the actor.
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
All right, let me play it again for you.
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
All right, we got a lot of good movie trivia players out there. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. What do you think? Hello, trivia.
Hello.
Yes.
I just calling. Are you the radio?
Yes,
Okay, I didn't know. I just had a number on my desk. This where you call in things for, to be sold?
Well, it is, but we're doing trivia on the air right now, so call back in a little bit, okay?
Okay, how long?
Oh, about an hour, okay?
Thank you.
Bye. All right. Here, I'm going to, well, hold on. Trivia.
Is it Star Wars and Harrison Ford?
No, that's not right. But, I'm going to play it again. That was a good guess.
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
Who knows? 651-9149. We're pilgrims in an unholy land, my boy. Name the actor saying those words and from what motion picture. We have a lot of good moviegoers out here and a lot of folks who enjoy going to the movies, and this is one of those famous sound bites,
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
Do you know who that is talking right there? And in what movie? Hello, trivia.
Yes, is it Sean Connery in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade?
It's exactly that. Who is this speaking?
Kelsey Gregg.
Hello, Kelsey Gregg. Do you have an S on the end of your name?
No,
Okay.
it's Gregg with 2 G's.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure and spell it right there, Kelsey. Well, now, what do you know about Indiana Jones?
To be honest, it's been years since I've seen the movie, but I've seen some of them.
Yeah,
My
well,
mom's a fan of Sean Connery, so we watched him when I was a kid.
yeah, well, that was a great movie. Of course, Sean in this movie, Sean Connery is playing in this particular one, The Last Crusade. He is playing the father of Indiana Jones. He plays the role of Professor Henry Jones, and that's why when he says, "My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land." Well, Kelsey, Greg, you have done what's required to win trivia today. I'm gonna tell you, that's a tough question, and you did good, Kelsey.
Well, thank you.
And you did so good, you're going to get a big pizza from out here at Little Caesars, okay? Come by, we'll have a coupon for you, and you enjoy it. You might even want to watch a movie there when you eat that pizza, too. Okay, Kelsey?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Yes, it isn't true. This is the voice of Sean Connery in the motion picture Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, as the father of Indiana Jones, Sean Connery, looks at him and he says,
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
And so that's trivia today. We will play again tomorrow here on WCLU, and we hope that you will join us. Thanks to Little Caesars for letting us have an enjoyable time each and every day playing trivia. And the news you depend on, the live and local 7 o'clock morning edition is coming your way next.
CBS News Update, vigil after vigil for the victims of mass shootings in Ohio and Texas. In El Paso, 15-year-old Javier Rodriguez was remembered by dozens of people at one such vigil, including Clint School Board member Arlene Parada.
Javier is an angel for everybody now. And while we don't understand why things happen, we know that we can overcome.
President Trump plans to visit El Paso to pay respects, and there are mixed feelings.
He needs to come so he can see the hurt and the love.
We are grieving, and this is not the time for a photo op.
And pressure continues to mount on Congress to work together to find solutions to gun violence. Maine Republican Senator Susan Collins.
If you advertise online that you have a gun to sell, you don't necessarily have to go through a background check on the purchaser. And that's a loophole that I think should be closed.
CBS News Update. I'm Bill Rakoff.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Enjoy Wendy's 4 for $4 meals, now with 8 sandwich choices, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. 4 items for only $4 at Wendy's.
Insurance is full of complicated legal documents and statistics, but really 2 things matter the most, and that's the company backing the policy and the people in front of it. At ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, they have more than smiling faces. The experience and knowledge can't be duplicated, and the company name, ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry, has been the name so many homeowners, business owners, farmers, even government bodies, and public schools have trusted since 1902. Call your dedicated Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance agent today.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Daniel Bird, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you.
270-651-8837.
Riley Dental Group, a group of dedicated and highly trained dentists who are committed to you and your family's dental health. Dr. Matthew Riley, Dr. Amy Norris Cassidy, and Dr. Jim Thurman. 3 professionals who encourage and facilitate excellent dental care. With the latest in technology, Riley Dental Group offers sedation dentistry for many procedures. They are the well-established source for dental implants in this area, which has changed so many patients' lives. Of course, dental care begins with hygiene. The dental hygienists at Riley Dental Group keep your teeth clean and coach you as you take care of your teeth at home. Commit to taking better care of your dental health. Get the Riley Dental Group on your side today. Call 651-5939. That's 651-5939 and get started. Riley Dental Group, 101 State Avenue in Glasgow.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting.
A Glasgow woman was arrested Monday after a traffic stop on Reynolds Road. Police say they searched the vehicle and made contact with the passenger, Tiffany Houchins. Police say officers located methamphetamine inside her purse. Houchins was arrested and charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, first offense methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Houchins was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And Glasgow police say officers responded to Walmart in reference to a shoplifting complaint last Friday. After further investigation, police found Christy Howard of Glasgow and located hydrocodone in her possession. Police say she also had stolen items. Christy Howard was arrested and charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, first offense drug unspecified, not having a prescription-controlled substance in its proper container, first offense, and theft by unlawful taking or disposition, shoplifting under $500. According to police, all stolen items were recovered and returned to Walmart. 2 people have died after a vehicle collision Sunday. The accident occurred near Burkesville. Kentucky State Police say 41-year-old Susan Harper and 42-year-old Joseph Curry were in a vehicle together traveling east on Kentucky 90. Harper's vehicle hit rumble strips on the right shoulder of the roadway, which caused her to overcorrect and cross into the path of a pickup truck. Police say 30-year-old Robert Hostetler of Burkesville was driving the pickup truck. The Cumberland County coroner pronounced Curry dead at the scene. Harper died sometime later after she was transported to the University of Kentucky Hospital. Police say Hostetler was not injured in the collision. All parties were wearing seatbelts. Police say a multi-vehicle crash is being investigated after authorities were called to the scene of a crash Friday night in Burkesville. Kentucky State Police say 49-year-old Del Quentin Warner of Liberty was operating a 2016 Peterbilt truck and trailer traveling west on Kentucky 90 when he entered a work zone. Police say a road crew was working on a bridge. Warner supposedly hit the barrier wall, causing his steering tire to blow out. Warner's vehicle continued down the barrier wall before it sideswiped a crane. Police say 28-year-old Zachary Wofford of Shelbyville was operating the crane. After hitting the wall and crane, Warner's vehicle then hit a Chevrolet pickup truck and guardrail. Police say Warner then hit the front of a GMC Yukon, which caused a chain reaction of vehicles crashing. An unoccupied vehicle was also hit. A construction worker, Kevin Zykes, was injured in the crash after he leapt over a guardrail to avoid the collision. Warner and Zykes were both transported to the Cumberland County Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And Kentucky State Police is investigating a vehicle collision that occurred Sunday near Springfield. Police say 21-year-old Alyssa Baker was driving a 2008 Nissan passenger car when she entered a curve and ran off the right shoulder of the roadway. Baker also hit a ditch and overturned several times. According to police, Baker was wearing a seatbelt. She was transported to the Springview Hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Springfield is about 73 miles northeast of Glasgow. It's 7:12, 66 degrees in downtown Glasgow. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. Stay tuned right here.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation. And just in minutes, I was more confident in it, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight. And had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I'd say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, The name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
In more news this hour, the Barron County Clerk's Office will close early today for scheduled computer update maintenance. The updates are state mandated. According to County Clerk Helena Birdwell, the update could take 10 minutes or 2 hours. To prevent customers from long waits, the office has decided to close early. You can take care of any business until 3 p.m. today. And the Barron County girls golf team saw more success yesterday at the Martha Lane Collins Invitational in Shelbyville. The team placed first at the Invitational held at Shelbyville Country Club. The Barron County A team led with a final score of 366. Bree Russell scored an 87, followed by Taylor Gotts with a 90. Marley Shirley scored a 93, and Lily Shipley scored a 96. Landry Steenbergen finished with a 103. Eastern followed the Trojanettes with a 374, and Assumption placed third with a 374. The Trojanette B team scored a 425. A Kentucky inmate accused of helping a jailer plot and cover up an assault on a fellow inmate has been indicted on charges including conspiracy. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports 29-year-old Corey Lynn Hopper was indicted last week on charges in the 2015 attack on Joshua Reese. Court documents say Reese was being booked into jail when he was recognized by then-jailer William A. Carey, who believed Reese had previously dated and abused Carey's wife. They say Carey then recruited Hopper to help attack Reese. Records say Hopper got other inmates to help beat Reese, who was then forced to help take part in covering up the assault. Carey pleaded guilty in April to violating the constitutional right of a victim to be free from unreasonable force. In his debut ad of Kentucky's general election campaign for governor, Democrat Andy Beshear stresses his faith and vows to treat people with dignity and respect. Beshear's campaign says the TV ad will air starting today. Beshear's ad notes that his grandfather and great-grandfather were Baptist preachers. His opponent, Republican Governor Matt Bevin, recently mentioned the Beshear family's pastoral roots while slamming Beshear for his sanctimonious way. Bevin's comments came as he slammed Beshear on the abortion issue. Beshear, the state's attorney general, says in the ad that his faith guides his work for the lost, the lonely, and the left behind, a line he uses in campaign speeches. Beshear's promise to treat everyone with dignity and respect is a jab at Bevin, who is feuded with some education groups. A credit rating agency says Kentucky's pension law passed in a recent special legislative session is a negative for the state's credit rating. The Moody's report rates the law as credit negative because it pushes pension costs into the future. It says the law raises the likelihood the state will take responsibility for a greater share of underfunded pension liabilities. Governor Matt Bevin said Monday he's not surprised by the rating. He says the state has considerable work ahead to shore up public pension systems. The law is aimed at regional universities and quasi-government agencies facing massive increases in pension costs. It allows the agencies to decide next year whether to stay in the state retirement system and face much higher pension contribution rates or agree to leave. And more than 140 soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division are returning to Kentucky this week after 9 months in Kuwait. Fort Campbell says the soldiers from the 594th Transportation Company, 129th Combat Sustainment Support Battalion, 101st Sustainment Brigade transported supplies and equipment throughout Kuwait in support of U.S. forces. The soldiers are expected Wednesday afternoon, and a welcome home ceremony has been arranged. The Army post is located on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. To stay up to date on the latest and breaking news, you can find WCLU on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find WCLU at WCLUradio.com. And remember, there's always a brighter tomorrow. 7:19, 66 degrees in downtown Glasgow.
Join us each weekday at noon for Across Kentucky, as well as your local livestock market report sponsored by Glasgow Livestock Market. It's Ag Hour each weekday on WCLU.
Local folks, local food, local crafts, and local music. It's every Saturday when your hometown comes together to celebrate all of its bounty. It's Bounty of the Barons Farmers Market, a Kentucky proud event on the square in downtown Glasgow every Saturday now through the end of October. And the best part of Bounty of the Barons is that it's a local producers only farmers market, which means that you won't find anything like it anywhere else. We are Kentucky proud, featuring local produce, fresh cut flowers, beef, pork, lamb, chicken, cheese, honey, soaps, lotions, and a whole lot more. Enjoy socializing with hometown folks while you browse local vendors at the Bounty of the Barons, presented by Sustainable Glasgow and a Kentucky Proud event. Come out and visit us or check us out online at bountyofthebarons.com. Bounty of the Barons, every Saturday on the square in Glasgow, where we are Kentucky Proud.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A group of students is planning a gun control vigil outside Senator Mitch McConnell's Louisville office tonight. The local chapter of March for Our Lives is organizing the event in hopes of getting political action on gun violence. Amanda Faltz is with the group.
It is so discouraging, but that doesn't mean that we should stop trying, because if we stop trying, nothing's going to get done. And we have to remember that there are people who have been fighting for gun control long before Parkland.
Senator McConnell is calling on 3 GOP committee chairmen to brainstorm bipartisan solutions to the increase in mass shootings. McConnell has tasked Lindsey Graham, Lamar Alexander, and Roger Wicker with trying to find some answers to the subjects that President Trump raised in his speech yesterday. The Kentucky woman who was wounded in a mass shooting at a Cincinnati bank last year is speaking out for gun legislation.
Whitney Austin, a former vice president of Fifth Third Bank, quit her job after the 2018 shooting to start a nonprofit called Whitney Strong. She's urging Kentucky and Ohio lawmakers to pass extreme risk protection orders.
We need to have a clear path for removing firearms temporarily from individuals that are dangerous and wish to cause us harm.
Often known as red flag laws, the laws empower families and law enforcement to temporarily restrict access to guns for people who are at risk of harming themselves or others.
That's Suzanne Duvall reporting. Rescue efforts for a missing coal miner in Muhlenberg County are being halted. Richard Knapp of Illinois fell into a shaft at Paradise Mine on Wednesday and has not been found. There was explosive methane gas that had to be cleared before safety officials could lower a camera where they found water at the bottom of the shaft, but no signs of Knapp. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
From the University of Louisville, this is U of L Today. A study of 500,000 military veterans has found hazardous drinking is impacting the health of thousands of them. U of L nursing professor Rachel Vickers-Smith is one of the researchers on the study.
In our study, there was about 10% that drank hazardously, but in the general VA population, the estimates are about 27 to 40%. The VA requires an annual drinking assessment, so we're trying to identify those individuals who not just in one point in time can say that they are drinking heavily, but who have consistently done that, because that's where, the damage to the liver is going to happen, the damage to the heart.
Hazardous drinking can also exacerbate mental health problems.
From combat and things like that can increase the risk of drinking. We do need to do more research into how those are related and make sure that we're getting the right care to the right people.
Doing the research to help our veterans live healthier lives. We are U of L.
Did you know that there's a product on the market that will help you maintain your immune system? Did you know that this same product will help reduce the possibility of diarrhea, lower your chances of getting a yeast infection, improve your digestion, reduce bloating, and reduce the discomfort of Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, and irritable bowel syndrome? And did you know that this product is effective in all people, from babies to seniors? Finally, did you know that this product is available without a prescription? Are you interested? Well, you should be. Hi, this is William Gravely, the pharmacist of Medical Arts Pharmacy, and we have such a product. It's called a probiotic, but it's not just any probiotic. It's part of a family called Floragen probiotics. Floragen restores your intestinal system's natural disease-fighting ability when it's been harmed or reduced by antibiotics or inflammation or the wrong food. Floragen gives your immune system the boost that it needs, naturally, without having to introduce foreign drugs into your body. And best of all, Floragen is not expensive. If you're interested in a better way to help your body affordably, come talk to us at Medical Arts, where we're all the pharmacy you'll ever need. Professional Park, Glasgow.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Southern States has been partnering with farmers since 1923, which is why so many farmers depend on Southern States season after season for fertilizers and chemicals, baler twine and hay supplies, fly minerals for beef cattle, and so much more. You need it? They have it at Southern States. And yes, they love helping gardeners with seed and supplies. Lots of folks get their propane tanks refilled for the summer season at Southern States. But did you realize they are your home for the world-famous Holland grills? Check them out today. You'll always feel taken care of when you depend on Southern States Glasgow Co-op on Sampson Street.
Cold front on the march. That front well to the west of us this morning, but heading south-southeast. An isolated shower thunderstorm possible this afternoon. 88 scattered thunderstorms are possible tonight, especially around midnight. 66 isolated showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with decreasing clouds. West-northwest breeze, so maybe a little less humidity. 86. Thursday looks good. A few clouds, low 90s. Friday, a few thunderstorms with the next front coming in with highs in the middle 80s. Chance of showers Saturday, dry Sunday, mid to upper 80s over the upcoming weekend. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Things are starting off pretty nice right here. I do like Ray's mention of possibly less humidity along about Thursday. I'll enjoy that for sure. 66 degrees this morning now at WCLU. We got about 3/100 of an inch of rain yesterday when the little afternoon gully washer came real quick. And 98% humidity, still a bit steamy. We'll see if we can get that down a little bit by Tuesday. 7:26, this WCLU weather update brought to you by your friends located at Southern States.
Good morning, friends. Real love has no limits. There can never be a time when we say, "You've gone too far, I can't love you anymore." Do those who are close to you know that even when they make foolish mistakes, even when they fail, even when they do not live up to your expectations, that you will still love them? Many times we all do and say things that are contrary to what is expected or even what is right. If we are to show forth the image of God to those around us, then we have to continually show forth our love for all. There will be times when people close to us act in a way that hurts us, or even is contrary to God's will. Sometimes they may choose a path that we know to be destructive and even sinful. It's at those times that we must love them fervently. At the same time, we must not compromise our convictions of right and wrong. We cannot approve of their as well as our sins. We must hate the sinful deeds and let our stand be known. Having said that, we must be careful that we do not fail in our love for the one caught up in wrong ways. I guess the summary of this is, love the sinner, hate the sin. That's how God deals with us. Can we afford to do differently? This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience at Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I live. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I'm at the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or You just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
728 here, WCLU. Let me go in here and tell you about some special folks having special birthdays today here. And this report brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. You got a big birthday party coming up in your family? Well, make it something the family will look forward to attending when you host it at Ralphie's Fun Center. Get on the phone, talk to them out there today at Ralphie's. They are really easy to talk to, and you'll be tickled to death with the end result, which is a nice get-together for everybody involved. Well, we've got William Big Shot Garvin having a birthday today. Happy birthday there, William Big Shot Garvin. We also have Haven and Christian Lair, the twin grandkids of David Frazier. That is Haven and Christian Lair. I say that because I'm not sure which ones, if there's a boy and a girl or what. David, I didn't take that call, but I'm going to figure that out. But happy 4th birthday to David Frazier's grandchildren, Haven and Christian Lair, today. It's Medina Green having a birthday, too. Number 65, big day for Sherry Cole Shive today. Sherry, happy birthday. Jordan Thomas is celebrating. Marie Morgan's 92. Our very own Sam Terry IV is going to have a big day. He's going to enter the history books here today. But he's got a big birthday today, that's why. Harper Grace Bell is 7. Murphy DeMunbrin with a birthday. Mickey Froggett. Marita Lyle. Tony Atwood. Tommy Prophet, Tommy 73. The Eagles from 1964 class out at Austin Tracy. Wishing him a happy birthday today. Annette Ramsey. David Zachary. Shirley Ellis is 78. Kate Gardner celebrates. And Debbie Reese is 59. Congratulations to all of our honorees. And today we're patting on the back, not spatting on the back. We are patting on the back by special request. There's that where the S goes. James Morris. It's James Morris Day on the radio. Now, James is going to be 60 tomorrow, and we've had advance warning on that. He's a good fella, and it'll be easy for you to find him and pat him on the back and wish him a happy 60th birthday, and I hope that you get the chance to do that tomorrow and today. From his friends here at WCLU, and a little taste of Texas. That'd be nice. 7:30.
Whether you have a little boo-boo or a great big boo-boo, when it comes to your car, who fixes those problems really matters. Shaw's Body Shop in Glasgow is a well-established, reputable company capable of taking care of any size damage to your car. In fact, many major insurance carriers have Shaw's on their preferred repair shop list. What does that tell you? It tells you whether you have a little ding or a big bang. Get it fixed right with Shaw's Body Shop on West Main, 651-5172.
Summer is drawing to a close and school is starting back soon, meaning it's time for Goodman Automotive's Back to School sales event. So mark your calendar, because on Friday, August the 9th and Saturday, August the 10th, we will be having our Back to School open house and sales event. Not only will you get great deals, but with every test drive, you can register to win a basket of free school supplies to be donated to the school of your choice. And that's not all, because with every purchase, we will donate $100 to the school of your choice. It's Goodman's way of helping you while giving back to our community. So come on out for a test drive, get a great deal, and help us give back to the schools in our community. At Goodman Automotive, home of the Powertrain for Life, corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow. Or check us out at GoodmanAutomotive.com. Things were never better at Goodman.
When you drive that money-saving road to Glasgow, great deals, no games, come home to Goodman.
Hey, my sister just called and her daughter is moving out.
Ooh, her first apartment? That's great news.
Good news for her, but bad news for my back. Can you imagine all those heavy boxes? They're going shopping to get everything she needs to be independent. A TV, something to play music.
I'll just go to Bluegrass Cellular. She can save $650 when purchasing iPhone XR and any iPad. She'll have everything she needs in the palm of her hands. Total independence.
Yeah, she could enjoy music with Apple Music, stream movies, write with Apple Pencil, FaceTime her friends, and even more with access to the App Store.
It's the best of the best to leave the nest. And fewer boxes for her favorite uncle to lift.
My back will be forever grateful, and so will she.
Restrictions apply. Visit Bluegrass Cellular online or in store. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Join us each weekday at noon for Across Kentucky, as well as your local livestock market report sponsored by Glasgow Livestock Market. It's Ag Hour each weekday on WCLU.
Good morning, live on WCLU as we are getting things pointed in your direction. Important things I want you to know about today, like the Friends of the Library. That's the Friends of Mary Wood Weldon Memorial Library. Having a back-to-school Friends of the Library book sale that's coming Saturday. Starts at 9 o'clock Saturday morning, goes till 3 o'clock. Most of the items they're selling are 50 cents. That's right, a half a dollar. Cash only, of course. All proceeds benefit the library. And if you want to ask more questions, call 651-2824. You can email them down there at friendsmwm@gmail.com. They'd appreciate that. And we have an excellent library, and they're doing a great job helping folks get ready for back to school. T.J. Sampson Hospice volunteers are needed to help with meal service, clerical and office duties, housekeeping, errands, social visits, and community events. Any amount of time will do, and flexible schedules will allow you to lend a hand when you can. Medical experience is not necessary to become a hospice volunteer. You can find out more about becoming a volunteer. Call T.J. Sampson's Hospice Program at 270-651-4430. We'd appreciate that. And 67 degrees, some tidbit news around the corner, and I bet you we're going to get to talk to Bobby Lee Hurt this morning, too. So 2 good reasons to hang with us.
The People's Bank is not just your local community bank. We are your hometown family bank. When you walk through our doors, I know you by name, and you are treated like my family. So please come and see me, Sue Gentry, at the People's Bank, 1300 West Main Street, here in Glasgow, and I will be glad to help you with all of your banking needs.
The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
You know, we have the nicest people tune in on Facebook Live. I'm going to be sure and give a shout-out to some of the ones who have checked in this morning early, like Dale Copas, who says, Happy Tuesday, everybody. Kathy Simpson. Brenda K. Hurt. Margie Lohorn. Hey, Margie Lohorn, how are you today? It's Terry Pruitt. Mayla Lyle is celebrating, or not celebrating, Mayla is watching. Says Mayla makes a note here. We were talking about the Star Drive-In, and she makes a note right here when we were talking about the Star Drive-In that she loved the Star Drive-In. I agree with you there, Mayla, for sure. A blast from the past. Thank you for those comments from Mayla Lyle tuning in. Also, Brenda Ballard is tuning in. Miss Terry Tracy Mercer is tuning in as well. Say good morning to Glasgow, she says. Lana Hatcher saying hi, people. Charlotte Williams is on Facebook Live this morning watching with a lot of folks. Kevin Button is watching here. Bobby Lee Hurt is watching. Lana Hatcher is watching. And I think that's, just a good little bunch of folks right there. We're coming right back at 7:37.
Graves Gilbert Clinic is pleased to announce that Dr. Andy Turner will be joining our internal medicine department. Dr. Turner is a Glasgow native and is currently serving the Glasgow area and is now a part of the Graves Gilbert Clinic family. Graves Gilbert Clinic is now accepting new patients at its Glasgow location, located at 1330 North Ray Street in Glasgow. Schedule your appointment today at 270-629-5111. Graves Gilbert Clinic. Care is where the heart is.
Long after the funeral services have ended and the family and friends have returned to their homes, you can depend on Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home to be there for you and for your loved ones. At Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, we're experienced at helping family members of all ages come to terms with their loss. We can help lead your family through the difficult process of saying farewell to their loved ones. Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home in Glasgow. Here when you need us.
2 award-winning parks, world-class entertainment, and one-of-a-kind dining experiences. Of course, I'm talking about Dollywood Parks, right in the heart of the Smoky Mountains in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. With Dollywood's world-class rides and parks, beautiful resort and lodges, and nightly entertainment, they are the #1 getaway in all of the Smokies. So as Dolly says,
Get away to Dollywood. It's home from sun. In the heart of the Smokies, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Hey, you know, I told you I was going to actually have Bobby Lee Hurt on this morning. I got one better. We got Lucas Hurt on there this morning, giving us the scoop and the spokesperson for Hurt Auto Sales at 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. Hey, Lucas, how you been?
I'm doing well, Henry. How are you?
I'm doing real good, too, sir. I just enjoy getting together each and every day and talking to nice folks and finding out special things, and I know that you do as well. And so you are running the show today up there at Hurt Auto Sales, huh?
That's right. Be up there all day.
Well, I'm glad to know that because, you know, a lot of folks, you have a lot of good friends around here. A lot of them enjoy shopping with your daddy. A lot of them enjoy shopping with you. And I want to hear your take. Give me 4 really good bargains up there today that y'all are going to be pushing and hoping to end the day after you sell these 4 at Hurt Auto Sales today there, Lucas.
I'll tell you, we just got in a 2014 Honda Odyssey Touring Elite van. This thing is extra clean, local trade, very nice, gray in color. We've got it priced for $16,900.
So you can tour in that thing, huh?
You can tour anywhere you want to.
That's right, and get started soon. For $16,900, you certainly haven't broken the bank for transportation, have you?
No, and it is a really, really nice vehicle.
Keep going.
We've also got a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta, white in color, 4-door, great on gas. We've got it priced for $6,900 today.
And it's a great price, as well as being great on gas for sure.
We've also got a 2005 GMC Canyon, 4-wheel drive, 4-door pickup truck. Is red in color, and we have it priced today for $5,900.
So, again, I say this to your daddy all the time. It's amazing how, you know, folks know that pickup trucks hold their value, but somehow Hurt Auto Sales is able to get them to where you can buy it and save money at Hurt Auto Sales every single day.
That's right. Good looking pickup truck. And last but not least, we have a 2007 BMW X3 white SUV. We've got it priced today for $5,900.
So another nice deal, nice bunch of folks, bunch of vehicles that you got for sale up there today at Hurt Auto Sales. I think you'd like for folks to come up there and which one do you think they should test drive first today there, Lucas?
Any of them be good.
You think maybe like jumping that red truck, see how that feels?
Exactly. Hey, it depends on if you need a truck to move some stuff or if you need a van to haul family. We've got everything in between.
I like that. You know that I tell your daddy this often. A lot changes about every day because you get new stuff in, and a lot of folks leave there as happy customers. They buy vehicles at Hurt Auto Sales, and that's kind of the way it's supposed to go, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you're typing it into your GPS, you want to know where Hurt Auto Sales is. It's 621 West Main Street. And Lucas Hurt's going to be up there all day trading. And he'll be doing it, you know, and he doesn't have to talk to his daddy. You come up there and make the deal with Lucas today. You'll see he's a really good guy to deal with up there at Hurt Auto Sales. And he'll help you get the vehicle that you've been wanting today, Lucas. And you're going to be operating that famous Hurt motto as well up there today. Isn't that right?
That's right. Hey, no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Have a good day, sir, and I hope you enjoy spending the day up there seeing all the nice folks who come by at Hurt Auto Sales. See ya.
All right, will do. Thank you, Henry.
Bye-bye. Lucas Hurt Auto Sales at 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. A lot of great vehicles up there. You'll be able to check them out today, and Lucas will be waiting for you.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is the deal you can count on every day. No catch, no strings attached, just 4 items for $4. Hence the name, 4 for $4. Choose one of 8 great options like the double stack, spicy chicken wrap, or junior bacon cheeseburger. And you get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. A full meal for just $4? Only at Wendy's, baby. That's added value multiplied by tons of goodness. Because the 4 for $4 is what you need when you need it. So turn that car around and hit your nearest Wendy's today.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and small drink. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
Let's play a little word association.
Okay.
When I say office supplies, you think of?
Express One Source.
Okay. When I say corrugated boxes for shipping materials and products, you think?
Express One Source.
How about bubble wrap, foam, stretch film, and tape?
Express One Source.
Okay, then janitorial supplies?
Express One Source.
Office furniture.
I know. Express One Source.
We get all this stuff from Express One Source? How did I not know?
Because they have sales representatives who call on us, and they provide just-in-time delivery.
Wow, where do they stock all this stuff?
They have a retail location next to the Glasgow EPB and 250,000 square feet of storage space in 4 local warehouses.
So for all this, we have one source.
Express One Source. Check them out at www.expressonesource.com.
Express One Source. We live up to our name every day. www.expressonesource.com.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, Tidbit News. Just a few things to check on here this morning as we look at Tidbit News. Still pretty serious day on the news wires here, Brendan.
For sure. And I will have to say, I'm sure you noticed I was zoomed in on the computer up there a while ago.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't know if anybody else did or not.
No one else saw that.
Okay, all right.
But that I was interested to see how you work the board up there when someone's on the phone.
Yeah. So now you know.
Now I know.
I have this great big gaping hand here that kind of adjusts the levels, and
That's right.
I'm ready to say, if somebody says something that shouldn't be on the air, I can kill that too. But I don't have to do that because we have folks that behave themselves here on this show for the most part. And if they don't, they probably just work here anyway.
That's right. Until this segment.
That's right. Let's see here. Why don't we just? This is interesting. This is sort of a byproduct of the tragedies this weekend. But this is a dateline out of Murphy, North Carolina. A North Carolina gun shop that drew nationwide attention because they put a billboard targeting 4 minority congresswomen has replaced that billboard with a sign praising the First Amendment. So something had to happen to trigger that. A billboard sponsored by Cherokee Guns had shown that the congresswomen were with the apocalyptic phrase, quote, "The 4 horsemen cometh." It was altered to read, "The 4 horsemen are idiots," unquote. But they've decided to take that down. Television station WDEF, which I think is out in Chattanooga, reports the billboard was replaced yesterday with one reading, "First Amendment, enough said." The billboard had targeted Reps Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, and Rashida Tlaib, all of whom have drawn the wrath of President Trump. It was signed The Deplorables. Well, WDEF reports that the chief salesperson for the gun shop said they took down the original message because of death threats posted online.
That's, again, the whole political environment's very hostile.
Right.
And that is just I guess, a way to try to recover from something like that. Don't know that works, though.
Well, I'm curious to know, the billboards that I've bought around here for a radio business, it takes a little longer than 1 day to change it.
Well, maybe they just got on it there.
Somebody's cranking it out. Let's see, something else that has gone away, an online message board that carried the manifesto posted by the gunman in El Paso, has in effect been shut down. The message board is known as 8chan, disabled after 2 companies cut off vital technical services to it. 8chan is known for trafficking in anonymous hate speech and incitement of hate crimes, and the post by the alleged Texas shooter marks the third known instance that a shooter posted on the site before going on a rampage. The companies that pulled the plug on the 8chan project websites from denial of service attacks that can make them unreachable.
Yeah, and I saw that the other day. Well, yesterday, rather.
Yeah.
It's all kind of happened on the last few days. But, yeah, I did see that. I thought that was interesting how that chat room sort of just fueled the entire, I guess, thing. It was the motive.
It's the power of such things that should they be as unregulated as they are? I guess that's the question. One for debate. And one more thing here. This is kind of sad, but it really doesn't have anything to do with a shooting or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is out in California. California's largest operator of recycling redemption centers has shut down, and they have laid off 750 employees. You know, recycling, we all know, is a good thing. We do a good job of it around here, I think. But the Mercury News is reporting that the company Replanet has closed all 284 of its centers. Replanet's president, David Lawrence, says the company stopped operating because of increased business costs and the falling prices of recycled aluminum and PET plastics. So now the San Francisco Bay Area residents are left with very few options for redeeming their recyclables. The move comes 3 years after Replanet closed 191 of its recycling centers and laid off about 300 people. Advocates are urging the state to reform how it subsidizes recycling centers. They worry that now more recyclables will end up in landfills. Recycling is a wonderful thing, but, it's a business can't do that and lose money.
That's right, yeah. I wouldn't think it'd be a very profitable business at all.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they're going to try to do something about that. Anything else I need to know about this morning?
Not that I've seen. I think everything's clear.
I'm going to mention this again because we had this on the news, and we'll have it again on the funeral for Sheriff Ricky Brooks that scheduled for this afternoon has been moved to the Edmonton Worship Center. I feel like they've had lots and lots of folks paying their respects, and I feel like for crowd accommodation, that was a decision that was made to move the Sheriff Brooks' funeral to the Edmonton Worship Center.
Right. And, just another thing of immediacy here, the clerk's office is closing today at 3 p.m. due to some maintenance. I'd mentioned that in the 7 o'clock hour. I didn't have that information in the 6 o'clock hour. Yeah. Of course, it'll be regurgitated through the 8 o'clock hour. So.
All right. Okay, that's tidbit news and some pretty important tidbits, too, here on the morning show at 7:51. This Saturday morning, August the 10th, a Cave City landmark will be sold at auction. The Monroe Brothers Sweet Feed Mill Incorporated at 204 South 1st Street. This is a complete liquidation. The real estate is divided into 2 tracks. Number 1 features the 5,700 square foot commercial building, which was the old feed mill building. Track number 2 is a large lot, over 1.5 acres, with a large storage building. Equipment to be sold includes a 1977 Ford bulk truck, a 1968 Chevy bulk truck, front-load 801 Ford tractor, wagons, tools, parts, and hardware. Of course, lots of corn bins, scales, and associated equipment. Learn more online at elmoreauction.com and then attend this wonderful sale Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Monroe Brothers Sweet Feed Mill. Land, building, and equipment sold by Elmore Realty and Auction, 1532 Oil City Road. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer. Are you ready to get serious about taking care of your dental health? Become a member. Riley Dental Group in Glasgow makes it easy for you to make it happen. Yes, a membership